right, hello, welcome back. Excited that you're here and that you're making the choice to practice yoga, which really helps take care of our bodies and our minds and our mood and all of that stuff. So it is an absolutely another beautiful, sunny, hot day. I'm just loving this weather. All right, let's get started. Just a few reminders, of course, before we begin. Background noise, it's going to be here, you're going to hear it, so I'm sorry about that. And then just a reminder to you when you're practicing to pay attention to your body, to come out of a pose if it doesn't feel right, to modify it, to get into your favorite pose, or of course always you can go into child's pose or come back to a comfy seated position and just breathe. All of those things are there for you if needed. All right, let's take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and just let it go. Breathe in again and breathe out. One more time, big breath in, big breath out. All right, I'm already feeling so much better. Let's listen to the singing bowl to get yourself super grounded, to hopefully allow yourself to be in just this practice of yoga, sort of letting go of, all that happens before and all that needs to happen after. So your job while you're listening to the singing bowl is to just listen. You can lie down comfortably, close your eyes, sit like I am now. So let's just take a moment to relax your shoulders, close your eyes, take one more deep breath in, and a deep breath out. And as the bowl is singing, you can just listen. All right. Super. Okay, let's take a big breath in, and on this breath in, let's bring your arms up over your head, press your palms together. As you breathe out, drop your right hand down to the ground, stretch your left hand up and over. Remembering to keep those sits bones or your bum, just keep your bum pressing down into the floor. Breathe in, take the hands up over your head again. Breathe out, left hand drops, right hand stretches up and over. Nice, come on back through center. Allow your shoulders to roll. And then let's bring them around front in the other direction. Maybe stretching out your neck a little bit. So I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well, managing your schoolwork. As things start to open up and, during all these phases, it might bring up some anxiety. Is this safe? So just remind yourself to be patient. Be patient with your parents. Be patient with yourself. Do what is best for you and your family, because it might bring up some stuff, lots of emotions around it. So just remind yourself to breathe. We'll get through it. You'll get through it. We'll all get through this. yeah, and hopefully, we can start sort of doing sort of the things that feel normal, quote unquote, again, but really taking our time, sort of getting back into those things, and that hoping that we all stay healthy and safe. That's the goal. So let's do some swirling with your belly, but just being really patient. We've all had to be very patient these last couple months, and so I'm sure we've had a lot of practice with that. So continue that for yourselves. Continue moving your body and stretching and drinking water and getting outside and all of those good things, journaling, all super duper good things to really take care of yourself. All right, let's come into child's pose. So you're gonna bring your big toes together to touch. Your knees are gonna spread wide out to the edges of your mat. Sit your bum back on your heels. And then you're gonna drop that chest down towards the mat as you stretch and reach your hands to the front of your mat, spreading your fingertips really, really wide, and then letting your forehead rest down on your mat. And breathe in here. Breathe out. Remembering child pose is a great place to come if you need to take a little break. We're going to thread the needle. So go ahead and leave your left hand down, stretch and reach your right hand high. Thread that right arm and right hand underneath the left, rolling onto the top of that right shoulder, and then you can take your left hand and stretch it towards the front of your mat. Just making sure you guys can see me. And then we'll take that over to the other side. So, what is it? Right hand down, left hand high, and thread it through, rolling onto the top of that left shoulder now. Staying here, or if you need a little more, taking that right hand, stretching and reaching it up to the top of your mat. Nice. Come on back through center. Take a few more breaths in your child's pose, allowing maybe your forehead to rock side to side. And then we're going to take it up into our tabletop. So you're on your hands and knees. Your fingers are spread really, really wide. Your knees are hip width distance. Your hands are shoulders width distance. Your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are all making one line. And then there's a lot of length from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone. And the tops of your feet are pressing into the mat. Let's bring movement and breath here. Drop your belly, lift your chin, look up. This is cow pose. And then as you breathe out, press into your palms, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. And then just keep moving through these cat and cows at your own pace, inviting any other movement. That feels good. Maybe there's a little sway side to side with your shoulders, or sway side to side with your hips. You can shake your head out. Great. And then we're going to take that right foot and kick it straight back behind us. Flexing that right foot, your toes are facing down towards your mat. You can stay here, or go ahead and lift that left hand and stretch and reach it towards the top of your mat. And breathing here. Yeah. And then if you'd like, you can sort of reach that left hand back to grab the top of your right foot or your right ankle. Then press that heel up towards the ceiling. Just making that bind. Another little shoulder stretch. And then as you breathe in, stretch everything back out. And we'll bring that hand down and your knee down. And we'll take that over onto the other side. So now your left foot kicks straight back behind you. Super straight leg. Really flex that foot. Toes are pointed down towards your mat. And then you can stay here, or go ahead and lift that right hand. Really find lots of length from those right fingertips all the way through that left heel. As you breathe out, you can take that bind, reaching around, and then pressing that left foot up towards the ceiling. Yeah. Great. Stretch it back out. Bring the hand and knee down, and then we're coming into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, press into your palms, lift your tailbone up, lift those hips up. Really pressing that tailbone or lifting that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Your knees can be soft. You're in an upside down V. Your feet are still hips width. Your hands are shoulders width. Relax the shoulders. Drop the head. And then breathe. Rotate your biceps towards the front of your mat. And then let's take a big breath in, lift the heels, bend your knees, look forward, step your feet to the outside edges of your mat, stay folded forward, come on into ragdoll. Grabbing opposite elbows, swing side to side, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. Breathing here. Dropping your hands to the mat. Bring your feet together to touch. And then keeping those knees bent, slowly roll your body up to a standing position, allowing the shoulders to roll back and down your back. Yeah, and then standing here in mountain pose. I'm going to face you guys. So my feet are pressing down into the mat. My palms are facing front of my mat, my shoulders are relaxed, my belly's pulled in, my tailbone is tucked. I'm standing nice and tall. I'm going to take a nice big breath in. I'm going to grab my left wrist with my right hand, stretch up and over to the left. Take it back through center. Switch sides, so left hand is grabbing my right wrist. Take a breath in, stretch up and over to the right. Coming back through center, and then I'm just going to take little twists like this, loosening up my spine, my shoulders, back and forth. All right, let's move through our sun salutation. So, beginning in mountain pose, take a big breath in, big breath out, taking a moment to notice your thoughts, set an intention. All right, breathe it in. Take the hands up overhead. As you breathe out, you're folding forward. Drop that chest and head down towards the mat. Breathe in, lift halfway. Breathe out. Today, let's bring hands down, knees down, and then come all the way down. Belly, chest, chin, forehead. Leave your hands right underneath your shoulders. Breathe in. Lift your heart and head, cobra. And then breathe out. Come on back down. Breathe in again. Lift your heart and head, cobra. Breathe out. Drop the head and chest. One more time. Breathe in, cobra. And then go ahead. As you breathe out, drop the head and chest. Next breath in. Come up to your tabletop. And then tuck your toes as you breathe out, downward facing up. Let's breathe in, lift those heels up nice and high, bend the knees, step your feet forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Nice straight, long spine here. Breathe out, fold forward. Root into your feet to rise. Take the hands up over your head. Breath out, hands come through heart center. Then drop to your sides for your mountain pose. Take it back up. Breath in. Breathe out. Fold it forward. Breathe in. Lift halfway. Breathe out. Hands down. And this time, step your feet back to that high push-up position. We're going to move from high push-up to low push-up, chaturanga. Elbows will stay right near the sides of the body. Low push-up, then flip those feet over. Lift the heart, pull it through your shoulders. pressing into the tops of your feet. Knees and thighs are lifted, upward facing dog. And then roll over the tops of your feet as you press into your palms and reach it right on back to downward facing dog. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Let's step that right foot forward to your right thumb. Spin your back heel in and down. Rise up. Warrior number one. So bending into that front knee, really pressing into the outside edge of your back foot, pulling back on your right hip as your left hip presses forward. Shoulders and belly face the front of your mat. Hands lift up over your head. Rotate your pinkies together or towards one another. Yeah. Here we are. Really deeply bend into that front knee. And then we'll breathe in. On the breath out, open it up. Warrior number two. So your feet switch up a little bit. This is a really deep bend in your hip. Okay, you don't want your knee to go over your toes. And then your heel of your right foot is lined up with the middle part of your back foot. Your arms come out like a T, and your drishti is right over that front middle finger. Here we are, warrior number two. Let's breathe in, straighten out that front leg. Breathe out, come back into your warrior number two. Breathe it in, and breathe it out. Flip that front palm. As you breathe in, reach back. Reverse your warrior. On the breath out, side angle. Right forearm drops to that right knee. Okay, and then you want to spin your heart open and take that left hand high. Breathing here, really trying to rotate that left shoulder back as you rotate your heart up towards the ceiling. Use that forearm, press it into your right knee. Press your right knee out to the right or towards your right pinky toe. And then come back up, warrior number two. Maybe you shorten your stance a little bit. We're gonna come into triangle pose, so that front leg is gonna straighten out. Your right hand is gonna reach as far forward as it can as your hip tilts back and up. That left hip is tilting back and up. Reach, 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 and then the hand can drop to your shin if you have blocks at home. Right. You don't want to lose the length here on the right side of your body by crunching over to get your hand to the floor. Keep that length. Take that left hand high. You can look up at your left thumb. If that hurts your neck, you can look right down. Triangle pose, breathing here. And then take a breath in. Let's stand it straight up. And then we're going to come into goddess pose. So you're going to turn your toes out, turn your heels in. This is going to be a big bend in those knees. Bring your arms out like goalposts. Yeah, we're going to hold this. Maybe you sway side to side. This is goddess pose. You can come up, breathe in, and then you can breathe out, come back into it. Breathe in, stretch it out. Breathe out, goddess. Maybe you try lifting your right heel, put that one down, and your left heel, or maybe both. Yeah. Really sink those hips down. Let's take it up. You're gonna take your back foot, step it up to meet your front foot. Mountain pose, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step it right back into that high push-up. Hold here as you breathe out, low push-up. We'll stay in. Flip the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Press it back, downward facing dog. All right, left foot steps to the left thumb. Back heel spins in and down, rise. Warrior number one. I'm just gonna turn myself around so that my back is not to you. So left foot forward, right foot back. That outside edge is really pressing into the mat. Bending into that left knee. Take your arms up over your head, pull back on that left hip. Right hip presses forward. Shoulders and belly stay square to the front of your mat. Lift and breathe. Open it up. Warrior number 2. Yeah, so fix the feet, just adjust them. Left heel is lined up with the middle part of your back foot, your right foot. Take the arms out like a letter T. And then you're breathing. Flip that front palm. As you breathe in, reverse, stretch it back. Exhale, side angle, left forearm, left knee. And then roll that right shoulder back. Take that right hand up high. And then press that left knee out towards the left pinky toe. Breathing here. Coming back through warrior number 2. Shorten the stance. Straighten out that front leg. Now your left hand is going to reach as far forward as it can as your right hip tilts up and back. And then drop the left hand. Lift the right hand. Triangle pose. You don't want to be crunched over like this. You really want to keep length in that left side body now. And then you'll bring it back up. We're going to turn back so that our feet are facing out. Our toes are pointing out. Heels are turned in. Yeah. Actually, let's make our feet parallel. So now it's kind of your heels turning out and your toes turning in. We're going to just do a nice forward fold here. You can actually interlace your fingers behind you. Roll your shoulder blades together and down your back. So you're here, you can look up, breathe in. Knees can stay soft as you fold forward. Drop that head. And then release the bind from your hands. You're going to slowly roll yourself back up. And then step your feet together at the front of your mat. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Bringing your hands to heart center. Nice. And then go ahead and take your peace fingers and let them hook onto your big toe on your right foot. And then lift your knee here. And then we're going to kick that foot straight out in front of us. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, kick it open to the side. Lift that left hand. So you're really pressing that left foot down into the ground. That left leg is super straight. Really make that bind with your big toe and your fingers. And that will help you lift that leg. And then we'll bring it back here. Step it down. Take it to the other side. So, peace fingers. Grab that left toe, make the bind, kick your left heel straight out, and then maybe it opens up. Right hand stretches high. Bring it in, bring it down. Big breath. I'm sweating. This feels so good. Fold it forward. I hope you guys are feeling great too. Let's lift halfway. And step it back, high push-up. Yeah, and while we're here in high push-up, let's roll both of our heels over to the right. Leave the right hand down, lift the left hand up. Bhastistasana side. Plank pose. And then we'll take that left hand down, just roll it on to the other side. Left hand stays down, right hand lifts. Press those hips up. Yeah. And then let's bring it all the way down. So drop the knees, drop the belly, chest, all of it. Chin, forehead, bend your knees, let your feet rock side to side like windshield wipers. We're gonna come into bow pose. So you're reaching back for the tops of your feet or your ankles. Pull your knees together before you kick your feet up and back. Really kick those feet into your hands to lift the chest. And then release. Let those feet drop side to side. And then we're gonna press back up through our tabletop. And Then we're just gonna swing our feet around to the front of our mat. Shake out the legs. All right, nice. Let's point, flex our feet. Just gonna adjust the camera. It looks like, sorry for getting so close. All right, okay. All right, we are gonna drop ourselves back in, just like this, onto our backs. Pull those knees into your belly. Give them a big, big squeeze. Maybe rock gently side to side. We're gonna come into a figure four. So that right ankle is crossing over onto your left knee. And if this feels like enough, you can stay here. You can lift your left foot, pressing that right knee out. And then if you still needed more, you can sort of thread your hands through, grabbing onto your left knee, and then really pull on that left knee, pull that left knee towards your belly as you're pressing your right knee out. So there's that press and pull. And then you can release all that. Just maybe drop your knees side to side. We'll set it up on the other side. So cross that left ankle onto your right knee. And you can stay here. This feels like enough. You can lift the right foot. And then if you want more, thread through, grab onto that right knee. Pull the right knee towards your belly as you press your left knee out. Flexing that left foot. Nice. And then release all that. Take both of your feet up over your head. Allow your arms to drop out to the sides. Just relax here. Just getting our feet up over our head. You can do this up against the wall too. If you wanted to. If you have a block at home, you can place a block right underneath your lower back. If you feel like you'd like to take a different type of an inversion, your shoulder stand, you can do so. But just important to get your feet up over your heart and head before we make our way into Shavasana. So let's pull those knees into our belly one more time. Let both knees drop to the right, look left. Spinal twist. Yeah. And then we'll take it over to the other side. Knees drop left, look right. Yeah. Good. And then set yourself up for Shavasana. If there's anything else you need to do before you come into your final resting pose, go ahead and do it. I sometimes am moving around a little bit, so don't pay attention to me. What I want most for you is for you to enjoy just a few moments of stillness and rest for the work that you just did. So let your body take up a lot of space. Feel the ground supporting you. Allow your body to really relax, become heavy. And just rest here. Shavasana. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take your arms up over your head. Stretch your feet towards the front of your mat. Take up your whole mat. Big full body stretch. And then pull your knees into your belly. Give them a big hug. Roll yourself onto your right side. Pause here in this fetal position for just a moment. reminding yourself that you can always start over. Every day is a new day. We're going to make mistakes as humans. It's important to. It's how we learn. It's how we grow. And then moving very slowly, bring yourself back up to a nice comfy seated position where we began together. Take a big breath in, take your hands up over your head. Exhale both of your hands to heart center, reminding yourself to be kind to yourself, to others. And then taking your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, that wise old owl. This is the place of all knowing. We'll breathe in. As you breathe out, together we'll bow and say, Namaste. All right. Super job today. I'm so glad you guys came to your mat. I'm so glad you showed up and took this time for yourself to care for your body and your mind and your mood. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend, the rest of your week, and enjoy your summer and summer vacation and all of it. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. See you soon, guys.